What I said was I didn't think Caitlin or Angel would come into the league and dominate immediately, which I don't think either of them did. Like, don't put all that pressure on them to feel like they got to come in and do what they did in college.
19 assists in one game, most double-doubles by a rookie guard, first rookie triple-double in WNBA history. These aren't video game stats, they're Caitlin Clark's real numbers. So why is Sheryl Swoopes saying they're not impressive? Let's talk about this rookie sensation who's breaking records left and right. Clark is shaking up the WNBA, proving doubters wrong, and maybe even changing the game. But you know what's crazier? It hasn't been all smooth sailing for her. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Imagine this, a rookie comes in and starts outperforming veterans. That's exactly what Clark is doing.
Take numbers. I don't look at the dominating factor being numbers. It's what you're doing on the floor. And those numbers would change if the factors on the floor changes. If you make that layup, the stats change. If you swing, I get a layup, stats change. These are factors on the floor that we don't get to see.
She's redefining what we expect from first-year players. And get this, her journey could change how we measure success in the WNBA. That's insane, right? But here's the thing, not everyone's impressed. Swoopes, a legend herself, is throwing shade. Why? We're about to find out. You won't believe the drama unfolding in the WNBA right now. The drama's heating up, and it's not just on the court. Why is a WNBA legend like Sheryl Swoopes taking shots at Caitlin Clark? Is this just tough love from a veteran? Or is there a deeper story behind the criticism? Let's talk about Sheryl Swoopes for a second. She's not just any player, she's a WNBA icon. We're talking about a 3-time WNBA MVP and 4-time champion. But lately, she's been making headlines for a different reason. Her harsh words about rookie sensation Caitlin Clark. You won't believe what Swoopes has been saying. She's been openly critical of Clark since her college days, and it's not letting up now that Clark's in the pros. Swoopes even said, "I didn't think Caitlin or Angel would come into the league and dominate immediately."
When everybody else, they're quick to throw stats, right? It's like, oh, well, this is what she did. Like somebody's like, oh, Sheryl Swoopes only scored 34 points in the WNBA. Caitlin scored 35.
She's not reading the floor well. She's
for sure. You can do that for every single player that plays the game.
I know, but I'm doing it for the rookie because she came in with an expectation. Everybody else didn't come in with an expectation to even analyze their game.
Can you believe she said that? It's like she's trying to rewrite what we're all seeing on the court. But here's where it gets wild. Gil's Arena, a popular basketball show, is calling Swoopes out. They're labeling her comments as anti-Caitlin propaganda. That's how serious this is getting. It's not just a little criticism anymore. It's turning into a full-blown conflict. So what's really going on here? Is Swoopes just being a tough critic? Or is there something else at play? Some fans think she's feeling threatened by Clark's success. Others say she's just trying to keep the rookie grounded. But whatever the reason, it's causing a stir in the WNBA community. Here's the thing, Swoopes isn't just picking on Clark's game. She's trying to change the whole narrative around Clark's performance. It's like she's playing word games to make Clark's achievements seem less impressive. Fans are noticing, and they're not happy about it. But you know what's crazy? This might actually be helping Clark. All this criticism could be fueling her fire, making her push even harder on the court. It's like we're watching a hero's journey unfold right before our eyes. Think about it. A rookie comes in, starts breaking records left and right, and then faces pushback from one of the game's legends. It's the kind of story that could change how we look at the WNBA.
So if we want to say whether or not Caitlin is dominating or not, we have to actually look at the totality of her game and not just the over all of the players in the W.
And the reason why I said it is because you have a player like an A'ja Wilson.
Both its past and its future. Now, you might think you know how good Caitlin Clark is, but the stats tell an even crazier story. We're not just talking about a standout rookie season. We're witnessing a complete transformation of what's possible in the WNBA. How is one player single-handedly turning a struggling team into a powerhouse? Let's break it down. Clark isn't just putting up impressive numbers, she's rewriting the record books. Most assists by a first-year player? Check. Most assists in a single game? Yep, that's 19. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard? You bet. And get this, she's the first rookie ever to record a triple-double in WNBA history. That's not just good, that's game-changing. But here's where it gets wild. Clark isn't just outperforming other rookies. She's giving seasoned veterans a run for their money. Imagine stepping onto the court for the first time and suddenly you're playing like you've been in the league for years.
It's not going to be as easy as y'all think it's going to be.
Right.
But also saying, don't put all that pressure on these rookies, and just say Angel and Caitlin in particular, because that's who everybody was talking about.
Well, that's why I say she dominated from the aspect of her peers, which are the other rookies. I was the most dominant rookie that came in.
That's exactly what Clark is doing. And it's not just about personal glory. Clark is transforming her entire team. The Indiana Fever, they've already matched their win total from last season. And guess what? They're now tied for the 4th most victories in the league. That's not just an improvement. That's a complete turnaround. But you know what's really mind-blowing? Clark's impact goes way beyond just racking up points. She's leading the entire league in assists, averaging 8.3 per game. And when you look at total points created, she's at the top of that list too. This isn't just about padding stats. Clark is genuinely making everyone around her better. Think about it. A rookie comes in, and suddenly the whole team is playing at a higher level. Players like Aaliyah Boston are having career best seasons. It's like Clark stepped onto the court and said, all right, let's take this to the next level. And the accolades, they're pouring in. Clark has been named Rookie of the Month 3 times already. But wait, there's more. She's also been named Eastern Conference Player of the Month. For a rookie to snag that title, that's unheard of! Just look at her August stats: 24 points, 8.5 assists, and 5.2 rebounds per game. Those aren't just good numbers for a rookie, those are all-star numbers. Clark isn't just living up to the hype, she's exceeding it in ways nobody saw coming. Clark's dominating now, but her start was rough. Imagine stepping onto the court for your first pro game and immediately making history. For all the wrong reasons. What happened next is the real story. Caitlin Clark's WNBA debut, it was a turnover nightmare. She racked up 10 turnovers in a single game, setting a record no player wants. That's right, the most turnovers in WNBA history. Talk about a rough start. But here's the thing, Clark didn't let that debut define her. She faced immense pressure as a highly touted rookie. Everyone expected her to perform and lead the Indiana Fever back to relevance after a 7-year playoff drought. That's a lot to put on a rookie's shoulders. The team's start, it wasn't pretty. The Fever began the season with a 2-9 record. Clark had more turnovers than rebounds. It looked like the hype might have been just that, hype. But then something clicked. Clark started adapting, learning, growing. She showed why she was so highly regarded coming out of college. Her basketball IQ, off the charts. Her ability to make adjustments on the fly, incredible. And suddenly, those turnovers started turning into assists. Those losses, they became wins. Clark's playmaking abilities started elevating her teammates. Aaliyah Boston made the All-Star team. The whole team started performing better. It's like we're watching a real-life hero's journey unfold on the court. Clark faced her trials, learned from them, and came out stronger. She's not just overcoming challenges, she's redefining what's possible for a rookie in the WNBA. Look at her now. She's leading the entire league in assists, averaging 8.3 per game. She's at the top of the list for total points created. Clark isn't just padding her own stats, she's making everyone around her better. And the accolades, they're rolling in. Rookie of the Month 3 times already. Eastern Conference Player of the Month. For a rookie to snag that title, that's unheard of. Just check out her August stats. 24 points, 8.5 assists, and 5.2 rebounds per game. Those aren't rookie numbers. Those are all-star numbers. Clark's journey from struggling rookie to record-breaking sensation is like something out of a movie. She faced adversity, adapted, and overcame. Now she's not just living up to the hype, she's exceeding it in ways nobody saw coming. Let's talk about how Caitlin Clark is shaking things up in the WNBA. This rookie sensation started with a rough patch. Now, she's breaking records left and right. It's like she flipped a switch and suddenly became a superstar. But here's the crazy part. Clark isn't just changing her own game. She's changing the whole WNBA. Think about it. She's setting a new bar for what rookies can do. It's not just about scoring anymore, it's about making your whole team better. So what's next for the WNBA with Clark in the mix? Will we see more rookies come in and dominate like this? Or is Clark just a once-in-a-generation player? The future of women's basketball could look totally different because of her. What do you think?